This is CASSIUS for Apple TV in association with Macklin Marbella. We're at the post-fight press conference here for David Haye versus the Cobra. Still calling the Cobra.
Yeah, he's a Cobra.
Explosive 2-round performance. Kind of thought this probably would go early. I don't know if you did, but I think many people anticipated it going early. What did you gauge as a performance from Gjergjaj?
I gauged that I'm punching very hard. I'm punching as hard as I ever have done, and no matter who I hit on the chin, whether it's Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko, if I hit them on the chin with the shots I was hitting this guy with, they'll go down also. It's just a fact. It's plain and simple. You know, I punch very hard, and I'm punching harder now than I ever have done before, and I'm fast. So people might say, "Oh, yeah, these guys get knocked out quick." Everyone's going to get knocked out quick. Just the way it is. Thanks a lot, Jeff. See you soon. Bye.
Obviously, you had your first fight back in 3.5 years, back in January against Namori, and some people kind of expecting a bit more of an opposition. Is that fair to say?
But one guy hadn't lost for 11 years. This guy's never lost. It's not like I've fought somebody who's been knocked out a couple of times. If I fought somebody who's been knocked out by somebody, then you can say, well, there's no one. Who else is there? You can't beat an unbeaten. You can't knock an unbeaten fighter. The only other person you could beat is someone who's been beaten by someone else. But then again, if I fight them, they'll say then, oh well, you fight this guy who got beat by him, so you hide into nothing. As long as I'm learning, as long as I'm winning, as long as I'm moving forward, I'm moving up the rankings. You know, I'm happy. The next fight's against Shannon Briggs. You know, he makes a hell of a lot of noise, and the fans want to see it, so I'm going to give it to him.
Obviously, apart from being active, what did you want to get out of these 2 fights that you've had in January?
I wanted to get through training camp in one piece.
Yeah.
I wanted to get through a training camp healthy, fast, accurate, athletic, and it hasn't. In years gone by, that hasn't happened. I had 3 aborted training camps. This time around, I've had 2 successful training camps, and I expect it to continue to go like that. And it's really important for me to stay injury-free and continue to fight on a regular basis. For me, that's the most important thing. I said to Shane from the start, I don't want to have one fight and have to take 6 months off. You know, I want to fight. I want a couple of weeks off and I get back in the gym. I want to keep regular and keep some momentum going with this comeback, because I want to be heavyweight champion. To be champion, you need to just keep the momentum going, and that's what it feels like I've got going on now. With a big fight against Shannon Briggs in possibly September. It's exciting times ahead.
Apart from people saying to you to fight Shannon Briggs, and it has been talked about, you know, a lot. What's in it for you to fight and even beat Shannon Briggs? What's in it for you?
To beat somebody who the fans want to see. Beat a big name, former world champion, a guy who looks the part. He's big, he's strong, he talks, he can punch hard. He's got the most first-round knockouts of any other heavyweight in history. Okay, that's good for me. And it's more importantly, it's who the fans want to see. Everybody knows every boxing fan knows who Shannon Briggs is, and everybody will watch when I fight him, and that's the key. I could fight someone who, on paper, might be better, some Russian who no one's ever heard of, but no one will think he's any better than the Cobra. Now, this guy was unbeaten in 29 fights. No one ever heard of him before, but they've heard about Shannon Briggs, and that's what you want: is getting a name who brings excitement.
I mean, he came here. I mean, he was here for around 6 weeks and stalked you and sort of forced this situation himself, didn't he, off his own back? So credit to him for doing that, because
listen, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do, and you know, I like him. I like him a lot as an opponent, but he'll have to get knocked out. And that'd be a nice success. That'd be a nice work.
He actually said tonight in the post-fight interview that you'll get knocked out in a round.
He's going to need to really go some to knock me out in a round.
Because he come out, you haven't seen the fight, but he came out very quick out the traps today.
Did he?
To take him out early. Yeah, you could see from the moment the bell went, he came at his opponent, and his opponent was what it was. It was a last-minute thing with the Dimitrienko pull-out, but he came out to take him out early, and he kept to his side of the bargain, shall we say so.
Okay, yeah, so he said he was going to knock. What round would he knock him out in?
First round.
First round.
Yeah.
Well, he did actually say he was going to knock him out in the first round. But he's done it so many times now, so he thinks he's got the knack for it. But I'm not the type of guy you can knock out in one round. You'd be lucky to land a glove on me in one round, to be honest.
Interestingly, in the press conference, you did say that if an opportunity arose itself later on in the year, you'd be open to that, and you've got to keep your options open.
Yeah, for sure. You know, why not? I'm healthy. I want to be world champion again, and if something pops up, I'll take it with both hands.
Just finally, obviously Joseph Parker beat Carlos Takam.
Yeah.
It was on at 11 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I saw the last few rounds of it. It looked like it was a tough fight, but he sort of passed with flying colours. I know Carlos Takam's a handful. I've had him in the sparring before, and I said it would be a tough fight. It won't be an easy fight for Joseph Parker, but it's good to see, you know, the young guys coming through, looking good, beating good quality opposition. You know, so I think he's in line for the IBF.
Yeah, to face Joshua.
So that'd be a barnstormer of a fight. That one, two young guys with very similar records.
Yeah.
I think Joseph Parker, after beating Takam, could kind of claim that he's fought the best out of all the opponents. I definitely think Carlos Takam is probably better than anyone Joshua's fought up until this point.
All right, David. Thank you very much. You look to announce your fight in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, mate, yeah.